right there! You're the courier of the Mojave! That scar proves it! I am your enemy! I am your nightmare! I am the shadow that haunts you at night! I am Legion McGee! Yes, the courier of the Mojave. That's what I said. Prepare to die! My name is McGee, and I put Legion in front of it, since I'm going to join the Legion. Does it fill you with terror? Well, does it? I'm open for improvement. Killing you right now with this knife. Oh, well, that's easy. I want to join the Legion. Well, because Clandon told me to. A guy I like. He pretty much ignores me, but he said if I joined the Legion, then we could go out. Ooh. But when I tried to join the Legion, they laughed at me. And then I killed them all. Accidentally. Technically, I'm their enemy now. But if I kill you, they'll let me join. Probably. You were not expecting anything, 'cause I'm Legion McGee! If you could just kneel down and let me cut your head off, that would be great. Well, I want to hurt you! Love is a powerful motivator! I think you're right. I mean, I joined the NCR because he told me to, and nothing changed. Why would this change anything? I need to think about this for a while. Sorry.
Yo. I'm Old Pathfinder. I'm a Pathfinder. Help guide folks through the city for caps. That's right. The tribe I was a part of, the Bleeders. Pathfinder was my position there. In the Bleeders, your name is your position. Anywho, as you can see, I got old. Thus, Old Pathfinder. Sorry, but no. I only help out caravans or people who are injured, obvious targets. Besides, you look like you can handle yourself without me. That I have. I'd be a bad Pathfinder if I didn't. Well, I heard the old Curie's building has some valuable salvage, but be careful. I saw a ghost in there. There's also the Frost Lion Resort. It's a good place to unwind. Or it was. I heard it's under new management, but that's about it. Then there's Junk Flea, which is where I'm heading now. You need to buy or trade anything. That's the place to do it. Nothing much to tell. They're a tribe a ways north of here. They're an old tribe. They're a dying tribe. That's all I'm willing to say. Be seeing you.
That old hospital. Places like that give me the creeps.
Welcome to the tower. Hello again. How may I be of assistance to you? Have a good day, and stay safe out there.
Oh, great! Now we're in the creepy-ass hospital. Thanks for the full tank of nightmare fuel. Well, you wanted to come in here. You go first.
Ah!
Stay out of the slums if you value your life or your caps.
Despite the Wolfpack's recent demise, the NCR has already introduced their replacement.
Welcome to the Breach Outreach. Mr. Breach has been expecting you. Please direct your attention to the intercom on the wall. The Breach Outreach is the main proprietor of news in the greater Portland area. The company is owned and operated by its founder, Mr. Breach. A common misconception. While Bob Frost is a high-value employee, Mr. Breach owns this company and handles its day-to-day operation. Mr. Breach founded this company 4 decades ago to deliver information to the people of Portland. To learn more, you will have to speak to Mr. Breach himself. The position of secretary was previously held by a woman named Janet. Mr. Breach noticed her talent and wisely promoted her to the position of reporter. Since then, this position has been occupied by me. Over and out.
Greetings, I am Mr. Breach. Welcome to my castle. I assume you're here because of the ad. Oh yes, I have friends in low places, so to speak, and they've taken quite the interest in you. Not exactly. I'll be brief. You've got quite a past, kid, and if it's true, then I think you have what it takes to be a reporter. You may not have a fancy piece of paper to back you up, but you've got experience where it counts. You know the wastes like the back of your hand, and you've dealt with all the major powers. Further, you'll go to any lengths to get what you want, the most important quality of any journalist. You'll have to start as a junior reporter, of course, but the pay is good. You'll be doing Portland a great service. So what do you say, kid? You in? Of course, you'd be a poor fit for the job if you didn't. The Breach Outreach holds itself to a high journalistic standard not seen since prior to the Great War. We work tirelessly to dig up the truth and expose the evils done by those in power. In addition, this station is an independent, privately owned corporation. This ensures that our reports remain unbiased. They're the best in the business, 100 times better than the chumps under that clown 3-Dog. Halliday and Cooper are your standard news reporters, cold, professional, and dedicated to the truth. Paparazzi, on the other hand, is wild, maybe even feral. He's far from reliable, but when he gets it good, he gets it great. Frost. He's the editor-in-chief here, and my future successor. His skills as a journalist aren't all that spectacular, but he pairs it with an unmatched charisma that demands attention. The Breach Outreach is in good hands. Afraid not. He's too valuable to risk on an unknown. But play your cards right, and you may just get an interview. Oh, it's a propaganda machine, plain and simple. The truth will always be secondary to their agenda. Still, they have good people there. Even John Walker could do great work if he kept his ego in check. A word of advice, don't mention NCR radio around here. The other reporters will be far less civil in their opinions. My friends know me as Thaddeus R. Breach, but we're not friends. You and everyone else in this building shall refer to me as Mr. Breach. My ancestors founded Radiation King company that produced all the radios and TV sets you see today. I suppose it was only fitting that I continue my family's legacy in broadcasting. I was an adventurer, a treasure hunter. I risked my life to recover precious artifacts from the old world. It was hard work, but if you were good, you could make a fortune. And I was very good at it. The caps I made back then helped keep this station afloat. Who says I stopped? True, I'm not diving into vaults anymore, but a good story is just as valuable as any old world treasure. Besides, there's still plenty of risk. The bullet holes in my office walls can attest to that. Do you know what it was like in Portland before we came around? It was chaos, abject chaos. Settlements were failing left and right, powerful tribes vanished overnight, world-changing events came and went without so much as a whisper. No one knew what was happening or why. That scared people. And when people get scared, well, nothing good happens. And so, in the spirit of my ancestors, I built Breach Outreach to give the people a way to communicate with one another and stay informed. No more guessing, no more stabs in the dark. Everyone knew what was happening and why. It's no exaggeration to say, Portland wouldn't be what it is today without us. You're sharp. I like that about you. Yes, I had help, a patron, if you would. In fact, this patron is still our primary supporter. If I get into specifics, they'll probably kill you. Let's just say our patron has a vested interest in Portland's stability. You make a lot of enemies in this business, kid. It pays to be cautious. Prove that I can trust you, and we may just meet face to face. Right then. I knew you'd come around. I'll be brief. You've got quite a past, kid, and if it's true, then I think you have what it takes to be a reporter. You may not have a fancy piece of paper to back you up, but you've got experience where it counts. You know the wastes like the back of your hand, and you've dealt with all the major powers. Further, you'll go to any lengths to get what you want, the most important quality of any journalist. You'll have to start as a junior reporter, of course, but the pay is good, and you'll be doing Portland a great service. So what do you say, kid? You in? Great to have you, kid. For your first assignment, I want you to speak to Paparazzi and Cooper on the second floor. They're two of my best reporters, and they're in need of a helping hand. Once that's wrapped up, speak to me for your next job. Over and out.
What's up? See ya.
The wise men on the way to the bar. The arms are broken and the face is
What's up?
Don't take too long.
This just in. Unfortunately, no progress has been made in our network investigation, though not for lack of trying. Our reporters work tirelessly to dig up what they package courier, their story began when they were captured and shot in the head. The couriers survived somehow and set out. Whether they were motivated by revenge, answers, or something else, we'll never know for sure, and it hardly matters anymore. What matters is that along their journey, they partook in adventures of varying length and believability. With each quest, their legend grew. And now, that legend is here, in Portland, ready to tip the scales and finally end...
Hey, what's up, new guy? Ignore the shakes. I'm doing a story about chem addiction, so, you know. I'm not a journalist. At least, not like Oliver and Cooper are. I'm something else, a different breed. I don't just write the stories, I live them. I go where no one else is willing to go and do things that make any sane person pause. And I do it all for the truth, baby. Not gonna lie, that's a benefit of the job, but it also takes a lot of discipline to get a working story out of it. I'm a Reno kid. Grew up there till my dad got in bad with the Bishops. When he died, my mom moved us up north. When my mom died, I tried to make it in Junk Flea. Ran a one-man poetry show before the old man brought me on. Oliver and Cooper mean well, but they just don't get it. They think they can get the full story by standing far away and being objective. But you can't report from a distance. Can't write things you haven't lived. And yet they call me a bad journalist. Well, besides Mr. Breach, he's the only other person here I respect. Yeah, he doesn't get as crazy as me, but he'll get down and dirty when the story calls for it. Plus, the guy's a party animal. Best drinking buddy I've ever had. Yeah, it's not my real name. In the back when times, people used to call the greatest journalist paparazzi. I keep the tradition alive. He's a bit stuck up, but the old man's cool. He gets how I work and makes sure I have everything I need. Yeah, I was actually about to come get you. Portland runs on salt, that's a fact. And all salt comes from Salt Town. Creative name, right? The guy in charge is a man named the Foreman. He's a recluse. He never leaves his office. Which means it's almost impossible to get a read on him. But you're about to change that. Check this out. It's a bug. Picked it up from P-Town before the ghost showed up. You get this near the Foreman, and we'll know everything he does in there. I've got a bit of a reputation, and the Foreman ain't exactly on good terms with us. They won't let me anywhere near the place. But you're new. You'll be able to sneak this bad boy in right under their noses. All right. Just planting it in the building will be good enough. But if you can get it into his office, you'd be a legend here.
Then out the dark, a stranger opened fire with his gun. He set me loose and now I'm on the run. He set me loose and now I'm on the run, having fun with my demons by my side. All I got is this gun that's been keeping me alive. Wherever I may roam, I'll bear a heart of stone. All my time is running out, so very far from home. I'm on the run, having fun with my demons by my side. All I got is this gun that's been keeping me alive. Wherever I may roam, I'll bear a heart of stone. Oh, my time is running out, so very far from home. Oh, my time is running out, so very far from home. Oh, my time is running out, so very far from home.
No fluff, no ads, no lies. At the Breach Outreach, we've got breaking news. Though the NCR refuses to explain its reasoning, several eyewitnesses told us that a strange...
You better not make me a pack mule.
Not only that, but one of our reporters caught a glimpse of an NCR soldier hiding what appeared to be some sort We'll have more on this story as it develops. In a war fought with lies, truth is the greatest weapon.
Hey, welcome back. For real? I thought the audio was pretty crisp, but damn, new guy, that's amazing. Mr. Breach is gonna flip.
So you're the freelancer Mr. Breach brought in. Can't say I'm happy you're on the payroll, but it's not really up to me. Yes, actually, I do. The Breach Outreach is a symbol of journalistic integrity. What happens to that when we start bringing in random people off the street? Right, because you're a so-called legend? Of course, my sources say that legend was made up by the Legion. I don't really know who you are, but you're sure as hell not a journalist. That's just what he calls the freelancers, to make them feel important. Me and Aladar work well together, although he's a bit too safe, in my opinion. He waits for the stories to come to him. As for Dylan, or Paparazzi, as he calls himself, I don't know why he's here. He's got one or two good stories, but the rest is garbage. Bob's a good guy, and a good reporter. I don't think he's as good as everyone says, but still. It would be best if we didn't have a boss at all. But all things considered, he's the best we could have hoped for. He's mostly hands-off, and he seems to really care about this place. Me? There's nothing interesting about me. No story there. Yes, I suppose I do. There's a town in Legion territory called Irvington. It's a small hole in the ground, barely worth mentioning. Or it would be, if not for the fact that it's about to enter a full-blown pandemic. People in that town are getting sick, and people who visit that town rarely ever come back. Something big is going down, and we need to find out what. I screwed up. I overplayed my hand and blew my cover. The sheriff kicked me out on trumped-up charges, and now I can't reach my source. He should still be in the town. Get in, get his intel, and get out. Easy. From what I can tell, they don't know about it. At least not yet. You can bet they'll raise the town once it starts affecting them. One last thing. If you have time, ask around and see what else is going on. Knowing you, I doubt you'll find much, but anything helps.
Named in honor of the popular corporal who fell in battle. Former Ranger Ian Malcolm is now in command, and our sources indicate that he'll use the base to strikes into Legion territory. That's not all. Driven to despair by the war, more ghouls than ever are joining the Church of Eternal Life, a ghoul cult based north of Brighttown. Though many are fearful of the group, our reporters have determined that the church wants nothing more than to worship their god in peace. That said, there does seem to be a violent offshoot operating.
About time. Come on, boy.
So be careful. In other news, the Portland Royal Casino continues to suffer massive financial losses thanks to the ongoing war between the NCR and Legion. With the casino right in the thick of the battle, patronage now numbers in the tens, with the casino's owner boss Carla drowning in debt. In an attempt to boost revenue, the Royal held a special promotion selling chips for half of their actual value. Only 3 people showed up. Other news, the Portland Royal Casino continues to suffer massive financial losses due to the ongoing war between the NCR and Legion. With the casino right in the thick of the battle, patronage now numbers in the tens, with the casino's owner boss Carla drowning in debt. In an attempt to boost revenue, the Royal held a special promotion selling chips for half of their actual value. Only 3 people showed up. Don't change the channel. We'll be right back.
Hello again. It's a fine place. Small, but tight-knit. I wish we didn't have to pay people off, but some things are unavoidable. My parents, well, my adoptive parents, they were natives of Portland. Survivors from a federal shelter. They taught me and my brother everything we know. I'm here because I'm needed. Doctors are rare in the wastes, and in Portland, they're practically unheard of. I admit I'm not the best trained, but I do what I can to help. Well, if you must know, me and my brother first opened a practice in Junk Fleet, but we were forced out. We wandered for some time, but seeing the dire state of the town, It convinced us to stay. The mayor wanted us to stop serving criminals in the slums. When we refused, we were forced out. Try not to hurt yourself.
NCR has announced that they've reclaimed the bridge outpost lost just prior to the operation that cost the Wolfpack their lives. Though the area has little tactical value, it seems to serve as a symbol of the NCR's perseverance, despite its recent losses. As such, the outpost has been rechristened Outpost Henderson, named in honor of the popular corporal who fell in battle with his men. Former Ranger Ian Malcolm is now in command, and our sources indicate that he'll use the base as a staging ground for strikes into Legion territory. Also in the news, we are fast approaching the anniversary of the Brighttown massacre, in which the NCR gunned down helpless Legion hostages. To date, neither the NCR or Legion have accepted responsibility for the massacre, nor have they apologized for their role in it. It seems they would rather the event be forgotten, but those left behind can never forget, and neither can we. We must always remember Brighttown, so we never forget the true cost of this pointless war. Don't change the channel. We'll be right back.
Those people, they don't get it right.
is out of control.
My friends are dead. Letters they have written unread. My thoughts are caught up in a knot. I sense that I'm starting.
What now? Don't come back unless it's important.
'Cause those people, they don't get it right. But they all look for it all of their life. Leave me be, let me go. Leave me be, let me go. Leave me be, let me.
What now? Yes! This is exactly what we need. You find out anything else? Don't be. You can't be disappointed if you have no expectations. You did the job at least. I'll let Mr. Breach know.
The exiles are now in control of some sort of super weapon. The exiles are trying to keep this quiet, so naturally, details are scarce. But we do know that it was involved in the destruction of the skids. If this is true, and it seems that it is, then the exiles could easily destroy half of Portland with the push of a button. We believe this is far too much power for anyone to wield, especially a group that has time and again shown a callous disregard for innocent lives. No fluff, no
Don't
ads,
take too long.
no lies. At the Breach Outreach, we only broadcast the truth.
You have something for me, kid?
And now, the news.
Indeed, and might I say, you far exceeded my wildest expectations. You've proven now that I can trust you. And that trust goes both ways. So allow me to apologize. I've been lying to you, kid. I don't need another reporter. I never did. Everything you've done was set up to test your loyalty, and you passed that test with flying colors. With that out of the way, let's get down to business, shall we?
I'd say whoever is living in the sanctuary now might know the truth. In other news, Elias Blackthorne, better known as
I admit it wasn't the best way to judge your character, but the work needed to be done. I simply killed two birds with one courier, as it were.
a powerful group in the post-nuclear West. For years, the NCR has been
Doubtless you noticed our fallen radio tower. It was blown off by some violent scavs at the start of this war. Since then, we've been running at only 40% efficiency, if that. We've been overclocking the remaining towers to make up the difference, but this method is unsustainable. The towers are about to reach their limit, and if they burn out, the Breach Outreach is done. What do you think we've been doing? We managed to fix most of it, but there are several critical parts we're missing. The parts were proprietary, No one's making them anymore, obviously. But as luck would have it, we know where we can find more. A power plant at the edge of town uses the same parts. It should be a simple job, but if it was, you wouldn't be here. As it turns out, the place is crawling with robots that shoot first and aim later. If Breach Outreach is going to survive, you need to head over there and bring back those parts. I won't lie and say that it'll be easy, but you'll be well rewarded for your trouble.
This world is
not like the usual clankers. They're thin, agile, and seem to be about as smart as us. Watch yourself. Yes, but the place hasn't powered anything besides itself for hundreds of years. No one will get hurt, and everyone will benefit.
I see the hangman come to me.
My people are good at what they do, but they're men of letters. And this job requires a man of war. I would go to the Carter Merc Company, but all their contracts have been bought out by the superpowers. So, it falls to you. There's still time before the towers crash, so make sure you're prepared before you enter the power plant. And if you end up dead, rest assured that the Breach Outreach will compensate your next of kin. Over and out.
Oh, my time is running out, so very far from home.
About time.
Oh, my
Come on,
time is
boy.
running out, so very far from home.
You came back like you promised. I'm so happy. I mean, right behind you.
He calls me out by name. He's trying to send me down below for causing so much pain. I wander in the dead of night, a fallen from the track. This heart of mine was turned from red to black. They threw me in a jailhouse. They fixed me to a chain. If I was feeling truthful, then I'd see that I was to blame. Then out the dark, a stranger opened fire with his gun. He set me loose and now I'm on the run. He set me loose and now I'm on the run, having fun with my demons by my side.
Hey, Wasteland Wanderers, you're tuned in to Radio Baker, where the music's fresh.
Have something for me, kid? Good work, kid. Cosmo will take the parts up to the construction team on the roof. Once they're done, I'll unlock the elevator to the 3rd floor. Meet me in my office when that happens. Over and out. Well, if it isn't the man of the hour. With those parts, the Breach Outreach will be able to broadcast till the end of time. All of Portland thanks you. More importantly, I thank you. And I'm not done yet. I'm going to make you a star, kid! Did I say star? No, that's too small. You are going to shine brighter than the sun! Who is the Courier? Portland's never had a legend such as yourself walk its streets before. You're an enigma, and that brings with it a sense of fear. The last thing you or your masters want is a fearful populace. So here's the plan. We're going to put on a live, once-in-a-lifetime interview between you and the man himself, Bob Frost. The people will get to know the real you, and Breach Outreach will have interviewed a legend. Everyone wins. How about now? Frost is waiting for you in his recording booth. Just take a seat and the interview will start. Over and out.
Welcome to the show, Courier. Any questions before we start? You can thank one of John Walker's fangirls for all the security. Psycho bitch tried to slit my throat. And Walker actually blamed me for what happened. He said that, no, I'm not getting into this right now. It's simple. I'll ask you some questions, and you'll answer them. That's it. Welcome again, listeners, to the Breach Outreach, your main source of unbiased news. I'm your host, Bob Frost. Normally I would read you the latest news, but today we have a special guest, the Courier of the Mojave. They seem to be staying quiet, but I assure you, they are here. Let's start simple. Who were you before you became the Courier? And here you are now, at the center of two separate region-wide conflicts. It's quite unbelievable. On to my next question. The stories say your rise to power started after getting shot in the head. Is this true? I can see that. Almost looks real. I'm not implying anything. I'm stating rather plainly that you're lying. One person goes from dying in a ditch to deciding the fate of nations in no time at all? Preposterous. There's something going on with you. Someone is backing you. We all know it's true, so you might as well admit it. I see your point. Thank you all for joining us today, and thank you, Courier, for telling me everything I needed to know.
Fantastic work! The scabs will be talking about this for years. You're getting promoted, kid. From now on, you're the Breach Outreach's field reporter. That means you get a room here on the 3rd floor, and you get to drive the Breach Outreach news van. I had Cosmo pull it up out front. So long as it doesn't leave Portland, you're free to use it as you wish. I didn't, but you've earned a place here. Look, kid, you're an ace, but I can't tie you down. Not when you're in the middle of all this. We write the stories, but you make them. Most scavs are fans of Breach Outreach, even the crazy ones. When you're in the van, they'll think twice about attacking you. Please call me Thaddeus, and the honor is mine. Over and out.
This on NCR Radio. Unfortunately, no progress has been made in our network investigation, though not for lack of trying. Our reporters work tirelessly to dig up what they can, but if the network is good at one thing, it's being hard to find. I know these are excuses, but I'm afraid this is all we have. But the minute something changes, you will be notified immediately. That's not all. Despite the attacks of the mine, the NCR has already introduced their replacement, the Courier of the Mojave. The so-called Wasteland Legend has officially joined the NCR Exiles, Blackthorn announced in a press release. Quote, "With the Courier on our side, the war will be over soon." The Courier, for their part, has not yet given a comment. Will the Courier live up to their legend, or will they just be a political figurehead for Blackthorn's regime? Time will tell. Also in the news, Elias Blackthorn, better known as General Blackthorn, is the leader of the NCR Exiles. Prior to his arrival here, he served the New California Republic, a powerful group in the post-nuclear West. For years, the NCR has been involved with a group called the Brotherhood of Steel. Blackthorn's unit was on the front lines of surviving Canada. Blackthorn's men were promised leave after a decisive battle, but with the arrival of the Legion, they were pressed into service once again. Incensed by this betrayal, Blackthorn defected, leaving his men here to Portland. Why he chose to make his stand here remains unknown. Now, Blackthorn wages a vicious war against the Legion, a very force able to revolt. In other news, the Portland Royal Casino continues to suffer massive financial losses thanks to the ongoing war between the NCR and Legion. With the casino right in the thick of the battle, patronage now numbers in the tens, with the casino's owner Boss Carla drowning in debt. In an attempt to boost revenue, the Royal held a special promotion, selling gyms for half. Only 3 people showed up. That's all for now. We'll be back soon.
You better not make me a pack mule.
Let me go. Leave me be. Let me go. Leave me be. Let me
Coming to you from a place that ain't on the maps, playing songs that ain't in the history books. This is Loser Radio. Stay weird, stay loud. Kimball's still breathing, folks, but someone sure tried to change that. Reports saying assassin got close, real close, but security shut him down. Whether this was a lone lunatic or something bigger, one thing's for sure, the bear's looking over its shoulders right now.
Get it? Because it has 2 heads.
Bro, don't explain the joke on air.
You better not make me a pack mule.
used to say that I'd never scale this mountain. Now that I'm close, they shut their eyes and draw their curtains. Those who don't believe will always encourage defeat. They'll scream and shout and scold.
nothing new. This is Woozer, and you're listening to The Sound of Change. The book's been closed on Baker's law troubles. Deputy Bub is now Sheriff Bub. Say what you will about him, but if you like rules, order, and an officer who won't take bribes, Baker just became your kind of town.
In the dead of night, he's on the run, hunting fallen angels out of reach from sun. He stained his heart, fueled by desire. His old deal with the devil will end up in fire. Running from the devil's gaze, a lifetime of crimes he can't erase. In the shadows he's forever bound, an outlaw's anthem never to
About
be
time.
found.
Come on, boy.
You came back like you promised. I'm so happy. I mean, right behind you.
With a burning need, he roams the land. A burning need for justice, guided by the devil's hand. He stained his heart, fueled by desire. His old deal with the devil will end up in fire. Running from the devil's gaze, a lifetime of crimes you can't erase. In the shadows he's forever,
Hiya. Take care.
an outlaw's anthem never to be found.
What are you after now? This is what I got.
Never to be found.
Coming to you from a place that ain't on the maps, playing songs that ain't in the history books. This is Woozer Radio. Stay weird, stay loud.
Bye.
Kimball's still breathing, folks.
You need something? Oh. Let me take a look at it.
But security shut him down. Whether this was a lone lunatic or something bigger, one thing's for sure. The mayor's looking over his shoulders right now.
Get it? Because it has two heads.
Bro, don't explain the joke on air.
Next.
Hoarding more crap, I see.
Just an old and weary cowboy at the end of the trail. His worn and weathered holster hanging on a rusty nail. Hold up inside a
Hoarding more crap, I see.
in the stall.
Gross! Do you even know where that's been? Lightly better not get messed up.
It was getting close to midnight when he heard the rider's horse and the sound of hollow footsteps.
You better not make me a pack mule.
Breathless for a moment, not knowing what's in store. the darkness out of nowhere, a shadow at the door.
What are you after now? This is what I got. Bye.
In the silence for a while, when the cowboy cleared his throat and grinned a crooked cowboy smile, I figured you was coming when I felt the cold winds blow. Before you take me with you, there's something you should know. I bet you don't remember, but you crossed my path before. You took my wife and child over to the other shore. It was back in '67 on the Kansas fevered plains. You'll never make me say it, but you know I know your name. The stranger nodded slowly as the cowboy told him more. I've seen disease and hunger and the casualties of war. 600,000 soldiers never made it home alive. Your shadow haunts the widow in the middle of the night. Now as anyone can tell you of the many men that tried, there ain't no way to run from you. There ain't no place to hide. The cave-in at the coal mine that killed a dozen men. It buried my kid brother, and I saw you once again.
New sounds for a new world. It's Woozer here, shaking the dust off your ears. Stay tuned, stay open-minded. The town hall in Baker's changed hands once again. And this time, it's -1 Molten Stone. The merc who took over just got his final paycheck. In blood. With him gone, who's gonna call the shots now? And more importantly, who's next?